Hello ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, my name is Marian at TM and welcome back to another video. In today's video we're going to be going over what it actually takes to become a great box fighter in Fortnite Battle Royale. And not to be rude or anything, but a lot of the box fighting videos on YouTube as of now lack a lot of comprehensivity, and that's why I wanted to try my best to make a video on the topic where I include everything you need to know about the topic. So with that said, let's get started. As an introduction to this video, I think it's smart to go over what box fighting actually is. Box fighting is pretty much the only way players of a high level fight each other. One box up and the other tries taking territory and getting shots. I'm going to show a few good examples of what box fighting can look like in real game scenarios where I'm both the aggressor and the passive player. Have a look.
Yeah, I just don't want to distract you because I'm talking to the guy in game chat and it's fine.
Oh well, this guy just got... Jeg er dårlig i det spillet.
Hva er det da? Hvor ikke de må fighte, de har på kvinnfolk her. Det er 2 år bare. Du har 6 kills.
When it comes to Fortnite, you always want to have the right-hand peek, and in order to get the right-hand peek, there are some pretty neat edits you can do when box fighting to give you the advantage. We're going to be taking a look at those right now. This is the most crucial right-hand peek edit when it comes to box fighting in my personal opinion. Practice this in creative until you get it down 100% of the time. This edit is relatively difficult to execute perfectly, especially when the skill level is relatively high. I finished this fight by doing the same right-hand peek as I showed you first in this clip. This edit is a bit more complicated, but still relatively easy if you do practice it. It's important that you're behind the wall when you do shoot and use the right-hand peek to your advantage. Another incredibly underrated edit when box fighting is actually a window edit, and this is really effective because the right-hand peek you get when doing a window edit is incredibly good as the opponent cannot see a lot of your body, and it's generally just a really good edit that I would recommend you guys to practice and use as well. When it comes to box fighting, it is also incredibly important to know a few edit combinations, and in this video I am only gonna say that you have to practice the Mongrel Classic. The Mongrel Classic looks like this and gives you an insane advantage to get a free shot and a heavy pump on your opponent. You should practice this in creative until you're comfortable doing it every single time. Alrighty, so the next step in this video is how to practice box fights, and truthfully, box fights is very mechanical. You need to be good mechanically to be able to perform in box fights. You also need to have good aim, and what I have found to be the most efficient way to practice effectively is by simply going into a box fight map. And luckily for you guys, I have actually the best box fight map in my personal opinion, because it just feels so smooth. It is nothing else than the box on my island, which basically makes it very raw, not laggy at all. And if you want to try my island out, you can go into creative and enter the code 152199634378. Here you go, you will find a 1v1 to 4v4 box fight island, and in my personal opinion, this is the best way to practice box fights. You can do this against random people in Atlantis, you can do this against your friends, but I would recommend you guys to practice against different people all the time. I have found that this is very effective as you learn pretty much everyone's playstyle, and I've been doing this the last couple of weeks and I've seen a tremendous improvement. So what you do here is you start off and then you just box fight basically. So I have not played anything today, but yeah, you know the vibes, boys. So yeah, I would recommend you guys to check this map out. The code will, oh, little lag spike. The code will definitely be in the description of this video, and let me know what you think about the map. I personally really enjoy it. And yeah, that's about it. Enjoy the map, and let's hop on over to the next step. When box fighting, it is incredibly, listen to this boys, it is incredibly important that you take territory. And by this, I do not mean just simply taking one wall and then pull off a sweet edit to get a nice shot and stuff like that. Try to get as much territory over your opponent as possible. Try to get the cone, try to get the floor above him, try to just get every single thing. And what I can recommend you guys to do to help improve this skill is to watch Buga. Buga, the World Cup champion, one of the best players at taking territory, and I have learned so much from just watching him. But I still struggle to take territory, and that's why I'm not the best box fighter in the world, because I'm terrible at taking territory, but I'm improving on it. Obviously, I'm far from the best box fighter. That was just a joke, but I'm trying to improve more than pretty much every other person. And in order to become the best, you definitely want to become good at taking territory. This can, for instance, be if an opponent tries to escape, you can wall him off and get a free shot because of that. So try to take as much territory as possible. I hope you guys understand what I'm talking about, and if you don't, be sure to leave a comment down below, because I will try to answer all of you guys down in the comment section below. So with that said, let's hop on over to the next step. I've watched a ton of box fighting videos on YouTube, and a lot of them have been good, don't get me wrong, but I've never ever seen a video that emphasizes how important aim actually is. And I already know that there's gotta be like 10 million controller players down in the comment section right now commenting something funny, and yes, I am ready for it. But aim as a PC player is so incredibly important, I do not think you guys actually understand. An example is Anas from Become Legends. He is by far not the best mechanical player, but his aim is insane, and that is why he has been doing so great in 2020 so far. So how can you improve your aim? As a lot of you guys probably know, 1 week ago I made a video entitled I played Kovacs 3 hours every day for a month. This is how much I improved, and I did that, but I do not really recommend you guys to play Kovacs 3 hours every single day, as I don't think that's as efficient as it can be. I think that by playing box fights on a box fighting map, whether that's mine or someone else's, it's completely up to you. You will improve your aim just as much as by simply playing Kovacs. However, playing Kovacs for 20 to 30 minutes a day is something I personally think is healthy for your aim and will make you a better aimer overall. So those are my tips on improving your aim, but a lot of people are just genetically insane at aiming. I'm not like that, and if you are like me, unfortunately we have to put in the hours to make our aim better, and that's just how it is, unfortunately, and not too much we can do about that. Alrighty everyone, so we have come to the conclusion of this video, and if anything is uncertain or if you have any questions about the video, feel free to leave them down in the comment section below. I will try my best to answer every single one of you. I usually try my best to always answer to you guys' comments, as I really appreciate each and every one. I also just want to add that if you guys enjoyed the video, please be sure to drop a like, as that greatly helps out with the YouTube algorithm. And if you haven't already used a support a creator code, consider using code MarinTM. But that's not what we are here for. We are here for the conclusion of the video. And simply, in order to become a good box fighter, you have to put in the hours. But there are some shortcuts you can take. You can watch professional players play, such as Buga, Clicks, Mr. Savage M, Benji Fishy, whoever you enjoy watching, and learn from them. You can also be sure to practice your right hand peeks, as those will greatly benefit you when box fighting. Always try your best to make the fight yours, take territory, do right hand peeks, be comfortable in your fights, and always be confident going into them. When it comes to aiming, it is incredibly important that you practice it if you aren't genetically gifted, as a lot of other players are. And unfortunately for me, I'm not like that. I'm not genetically gifted when it comes to aiming. I have to practice so much to even have decent aim, because my aim is still not good, even though I've played 100 hours of Kovacs the previous month. But in conclusion, box fighting is very, very difficult, and the more hours you have under your belt, the better you get. But as said earlier, there are some shortcuts you can take, and I would strongly recommend, guys, to watch professionals play, because there's no way you can learn everything by yourself, and the best way to do so is to learn from the professionals, try to adapt that into your own gameplay, and if you fail a couple of times, that is completely fine. We all do. But with that said, everyone, I want to thank you all so much for all the continued support. Thank you so much for 100,000 views on the Kovacs video. That really warmed my heart. And with that said, everyone, I hope you all go on to have a wonderful, wonderful day. And until next time, take care.